Well, he left a lot to reflect, especially for Kenyans and even the leaders. And speaking of things that we need to reflect as we look at the development agenda, at a total cost of 447 billion shillings, the Standard Gauge Railway project is the most expensive single infrastructure project that Kenya has ever undertaken.
Oh, the building of the railway will have far-reaching implications on not only Kenyans and its economy, but that of the region. NTV's
business reporter Alex Mwangi takes a look at the highlights that have emerged from the construction of that mega project in 2015.
It's a race against time as the Kenya Railways Corporation and the China Road and Bridge Corporation push the pedal to the metal in a bid to complete the massive project in the stipulated time.
Initially, we were to finish this project December 2017, and we committed to His Excellency that we shall finish the project by June 2017.
Increasingly looking like a campaign tool for the Jubilee administration, significant work has been done on the Standard Gauge Railway project. Over 50% of the construction work of bridges and culverts is complete. As the construction chugs along, two major challenges have kept recurring: compensation for land and the employment of locals for contractual obligations.
There were two roads that have been blocked, and up to now, the contractor is ignoring the cry of the people on the ground. As from Friday, we are blocking the road to get our rightful public roads unblocked.
If people say they will block the roads or they will block the railway because the Chinese have not adhered to what we say, that is their right. So I will not go out there and tell people not to demonstrate because the Chinese project is a national project. It doesn't matter.
Part of the railway line from Mombasa to Nairobi will traverse wildlife territory.
This bridge is the longest of all the bridges in the SGR project, and it's going to be 2.55 kilometers. And it starts at this point and it ends inside the Nairobi National Park.
The need to strike a balance between the welfare of wildlife and the transportation of passengers and goods to and from the busy port of Mombasa has led to increased costs, such as the construction of this bridge.
This is mainly due to allow animals to freely move within the natural surrounding. We don't want to interfere with the animal in their natural environment.
The Mombasa-Nairobi leg of the Standard Gauge Railway is expected to employ the services of up to 25,000 workers, impacting the livelihoods of tens of thousands more. The quest to have locals employed in construction works has roped in the top leadership of affected county governments, such as Kajiado County, in which the Standard Gauge Railway will cover 102 kilometers.
We have also formed a committee of 7 people to look into recruitment issues here, so that we make sure there is fairness. We have said that the local people should be given up to 70% chances in this place here. We noticed that there were anomalies in the recruitment, and we have demanded that the recruitment must be fair.
To hasten the construction of the 609-kilometer stretch, the CRBC has zoned the distance, with each zone working to complete its portion of the construction. During the year, the government found itself facing a funding deficit and sought to raise financing through domestic borrowing from the sale of government paper.
And of course, a matter that...
At a National Assembly committee hearing probing the use of proceeds from the Eurobond, the National Treasury's Principal Secretary divulged that the Standard Gauge Railway is one of the infrastructure projects gobbling huge amounts of cash. 2015 also saw the first of the engines that will power the wagons on the Standard Gauge Railway arrive at the port of Mombasa. Each of the engines weighs about 140 tons.
The heaviest cargo we've ever loaded since we started our work. So our speed will be between 30 to 20 per hour. So we are looking at Emali should be about 350 kilometers from Mombasa. So we are looking at about 4 to 5 days at most.
From south of Mai Mahiu, it will head to
The construction of the second phase of the standard gauge railway from Nairobi to Naivasha is currently at the planning stages. There is already some heat which has started being generated over the passage of the track through the Nairobi National Park.
The proposed route on this particular project, if it is implemented along that route through the national park, the truth of the matter from an ecological standpoint is that there will be no national park. Wildlife cannot survive that sort of intrusion in a habitat as small as Nairobi National Park.
Besides the concerns of the environmentalists, homeowners and landlords stand to lose should their property be brought down to pave way for the railway line. Not surprisingly, concerns over compensation, akin to those that have faced the Mombasa-Nairobi leg, have emerged.
I haven't done anything now, but I wanted to, a year coming, to start developing. Now, if they cannot give me enough money, and also to get another rand like this one here, is difficult.
Beyond Naivasha, the standard gauge railway will link up with Malaba, and the harsh terrain of the Rift Valley is likely to significantly push up the cost of construction of the western leg. Once complete, the railway is expected to drastically reduce the cost of transport of goods from the port of Mombasa to Nairobi, hence fostering trade across the entire region. Alex Mwangi, NTV.